We go. I do believe we are live, so I'll say, indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you for joining me again on another conscious evolution. Another opportunity for us to another opportunity for us to be patient. Today's stream ended up coming a little bit later than it was supposed to because I spent more time than I was supposed to on the thumbnail. And then I see it's like 6 minutes past 4. I'm like, I'm late for stream. And then I think to myself, no, I'm starting stream earlier, technically, because stream is about patience. And if anybody is waiting, they are already in class or whatever. It's nice having you friends here with me, sending you all blessings. It is nice, seriously, of you to spend some time with me today. I'm going to talk a little bit about patience. I feel I have been called to be more patient as of late. I don't do well with patience. I don't think regularly, but I realize that the only thing that I can be right now is there's a lot of work that I want to do. There's a lot of dreams I have. There's a lot of stuff I want. A lot of stuff. And again, all of these stuffs that I want are tools. I want tools to do more pretty things. And now, unfortunately, my eyes, I found them beset. I found them besieged. I found them seduced by a piece of technology. It's a projector. It's not that fancy, relatively speaking. You won't be blown away. You won't be like, oh wow, this new cool thing. No, it's not new or cool, unless you think so. Unless you think what you can do with it is cool. But you get projectors that can cast lasers essentially as their imaging platform up to 50,000 lumens. And you're like, I don't know what that means, Mel. Uh, Let me see if I can get a chat model for me. Let me ask it quickly. Can you tell me what 1,000 to 2,000 nit brightness screen can output in lumens? Because the best of the best iPhone, I think, can now push their screens up to 2,000 nits of brightness. Man, this thing is doing math right now. And it's going to depend on how big the projection screen is. So on the lower range, it's 560, and on the higher range, it is 1,100 lumens of brightness on a 27-inch screen. I can feel like there's like, I don't know what you're talking about, Mel. The point I'm trying to make, if you be patient for a second with me, is that it goes bright. Very bright. The projections you've seen me do, the one at White Rabbit and the ones at Conclave as well. The one at White Rabbit was two 8K projectors pointing on the same spots, right? So they do boost each other. Then Conclaves, we did mostly LED walls, and then we did one 8K projector, 8K lumens projector. Now, I want a 50,000 lumen projector. I do want it. I really do. More than anything, I want. I want so bad. But they cost 150,000 US dollars for one. And Joy Vive doesn't want to give me 150,000 US dollars. She told me. She explicitly told me that even if she had 150,000 US dollars, she wouldn't give it to me. So I want the whole community to take that, and go up in arms, and then give me $150,000 instead, you know. One thing ain't getting, yo. I'm gonna get. Watch me. Watch me, Johnny. Watch. You just keep your eyes locked on this screen, and eventually I'll have 50,000 lumen projector. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of patience for me. I will. Like, without a shadow of a doubt, I will have one. I will. I will. It's just a matter of how long. Just how long will it take me? 152,000 US dollars is a lot of money in South African currency. It's like 3 million rand. That's enough for me to buy 3 houses. I can buy 3 houses for the price of one of those projectors. And I want one, and I will have one. I will. I will. I will. And then I will go places with that thing. It weighs 100 pounds. That piece of equipment weighs 100 pounds, 45 kilograms. So you'll have like 4 dudes carrying it for you to get it to where it's supposed to go. But then I'll rock up to places and I'll melt brains. They will see things their brains were never supposed to see. They will experience things that the human being could not have experienced lest I exist. Right? And that to me is fucking sick. That to me is so cool. So it will happen. It'll happen. Watch, Joy. I'm very good at convincing people of things as well. And I'll get one by next year. Melt goes, hey bro, wasn't today's stream talking about patience? I don't want a patience, dude. I don't want patience, bro. Patience too long. Too much patience. I feel like this trip, which I'm not now back from teaching me patience, was a master level course. Going on vacation, bro. Going on vacation isn't exactly relaxing. I feel like I'm poking fun at Duck Dad, but I feel like he understands what I'm saying. Even though I don't understand what I'm saying, I understand he understands what I'm saying. And that's all we need to understand, you know? Casey is here. Hey, Heather. It's nice having you, friend. Sending you blessings. I have 10th planet in here, and I have some Blue Dream in there. But I'm going to finish my 10th planet first. There was a commercial before I got into stream. Yeah, I need to pay for projector somehow, Joyviv. You're not going to give me the cash. You just said so. So now it's commercial before stream. One thing ain't getting, yo. I'm gonna get. Watch. I'll get. And I'll use that tool. You see, I just imagine myself rocking up to places, and I take a picture of the thing I'm gonna map, and I run it through all of my bespoke algorithms, and then I create things that has never been seen, not even by me. And then I get to have an absolutely amazing time looking at the pretties too. Because I like pretty things. And being able to non-destructively make something pretty and then afterwards, peace out. That sounds like I spend every single dollar I earn on something like that. And I will. I'm gonna spend everything I make in making more things for you, friends. I have been, and I will continue to. Melt wants a shiny new sparkly object. The problem is, Nancy, I don't want just one. I want like a whole warehouse full of them. Yes. I want $1.5 million worth of projectors of different sizes. Did you have some peaceful moments? I hope so. Sending you blessings. There's so many Ks. You will be able to see a pimple in an alien's butt. It's not resolution. It's still only 4K resolution, which is still a lot. That's still a lot of pixels. It's lumens. It's brightness. And for what we do, we worry more about brightness than we worry about resolution, because you can get a decent amount done with our cast distance with even 1080p. We've been running 1080p projectors for our mapping, so 4K is already a big step up. But it's the lumens, it's the brightness that thing outputs. I think 1.7 lumens per watt. Yeah. That's not the sales point you want people to know about, right? If running that thing continuously uh is like having 10 water heaters, I think. I might be a little bit off with my math. Maybe it's like only five. But like five geysers, we call them, water heaters, running at the same time to output that amount of energy. Like, and it's generating particles, it's shooting light. You're literally bombarding a surface with light molecules, and then those light molecules are bouncing off, and then they're entering people's minds. Right? That's power. That's some power, and that is something I take very seriously. All right? And if people's minds are going to be entered, it should be good stuff going in there, right? Clean stuff, the pure stuff, the creme de la creme. You are going to have to stop getting robbed before I donate money for the world's shiniest flashlight. I did stop getting robbed. I haven't been robbed since the last time I got robbed though. Boom. No more getting robbed for me. That's how it works. And I've been like keeping all of my stuff in my room at night as well. So I'll have like first person combat simulator before I get robbed again. And yes, I will fight. I will fight for my things. Oh Mel! No. Mel. I'll fight. Manchi, debatable, but I think there might have been a couple of moments in there. If the peaceful moment's good. I could sell my house and car, and you'll only need like 20K more. Yeah, it is ridiculous. I know, Joe. I know. I could buy 3 houses for one of those pieces of equipment here in South Africa. Cash. Buy 3 houses cash. But I don't want 3 houses. I want one good projector. I want one world shiniest flashlight. And it's not the shiniest one. They go up to 75,000 lumens. Thank you very much. I can get 25, I could want 25,000 more lumens on top of the already 40,000 more lumens, 42,000 more lumens that I want. I could want even more, but no. No, I want less than everything, which means I should get it. That's how it works. That's totally how it works. Manifests harder. Yes, please, universe, give, please. I'll probably do TVs first. That is kind of like the short-term idea, to do like 4K, 4K, like 75 to 85 inch TVs. And then I'm going to do like media mapping onto those, because they're like dirt cheap right now. Like I can buy 3, right now I saw the prices. I can buy 3 70-inch 4K TVs for 60,000 rand, which is $3,000. Right? Sounds a little bit better than 152, huh? Sounds better to me too. So I'll start there. I'll start with the like $3,000 option. You know, do like pretty good stuff with that. Maybe use like smaller projectors, like 8K projectors, just to add fill. And then I'll get bigger clients, and then they'll pay for it. And they'll pay for it. Watch. I'll be patient. And then there's gonna be that one client that's like, Melt, I want you to go extra. And I'm like, oh, say less and give me more money. And then I go extra, bro. I can go extra. Buying 3 houses is a better investment than buying a projector. It's not. It's very much not, Joyviv. Because those houses, 1, you're going to be paying property tax on. 2, you're going to have to maintain. 3, they are assets that stand on the ground, right? That technically is subject to weather events, subject to people, subject to fires, subject to many different unknowns. One of those projectors will literally run for 20,000 hours without maintenance. That's what they say on their website, right? 20,000 hours without maintenance. So let me do some quick maps quickly. 152,000 dirhams divided by. That means you're paying $7.06 per hour of that projector's lifetime, right? And you can charge about minimum $100. Hey Ben, hey dudes, nice having you. Sending you lovins to you and the not so little one anymore. Your used to be little one is probably like a 3-year-old at this point or something. But yeah, you can charge like $100, right, per hour of that thing's lifetime. So now, after our expenses, we're doing 1.8 million US dollars that projector will produce just with the rental, just the projection rental alone. And then we can charge basically the same price we charge for the projector just for the media and running it, which means you can add another 1.8 million US dollars, right? So let's do that by twice. Best case scenario, you're making $3.7 million on that thing's lifetime for a $150,000 investment. If you can buy property like that, tell me, show me where that property is, please do. But it's gonna be hard. I'm selling the 50,000 Barco projector to the stream. Like, come on, somebody give me the cash.
But yeah, what do the friends think?
They think
about the whole.
They think I'm insane.
Oh,
They're like, they're like, I asked Joy V. She's like, I wouldn't give you the cash, bro. Someone's like, I'd have to sell my house and my car, and you'd still be $20,000 short. And I'm like, yeah, you can technically buy 3 houses cash in South Africa for that kind of money.
Yeah.
But that will be a better investment because again, you get to make something. With buying a house, you spend that cash and then you have house. Buying this thing, you spend that cash and you have endless possibilities. You can literally go up to anywhere and map there everything. And you can, after mapping something, after creating a media experience out of nothing, pack up and leave. Go somewhere else. Go and create value somewhere else, right? So.
Why? I wanted to ask about, because most of your viewers are American as well. So what is their like whole opinion on the politics going on that side? Because how are there 2 options?
No, I don't think any of our friends want to talk about that, and we don't talk about politics in my
Yeah,
school.
I just wanted this fucking video again of this
I've
man
seen-
getting lost after.
I've
the
seen like the
interview.
videos of like, 2019 Biden and then now's Biden, and like,
Dude, like he gets lost.
well, okay,
after
I'll
the
just say this,
interview.
and then we'll move on. My favorite line from a Reddit comment is Biden 2019 fighting for presidency, Biden 2024 fighting to get a sentence out.
Yeah, I just saw the video
so
and then I
fucked
wanted
up.
to come, but like the man, he just got lost. Like he doesn't know where he is after the interview ended. Everyone walks out until someone has to go fetch him. Oh,
Yeah,
like he's not healthy. That's
like,
what I'm trying to say.
come to South Africa. And I keep telling our friends to come to South Africa, and it seems like America is trying to give them more and more reasons to. So. Bless you, Freds. It's nice having
We
you.
also don't get hurricanes here.
Yeah, we have no natural disasters, no tornadoes, no tsunamis, not really earthquakes. We don't have freezing winters. Like sometimes it freezes, but like
Sometimes we don't
for a
even get
day.
snow
Yeah, we don't get
whatsoever.
snow. You don't have to scrape your driveway. We're like living kind of close to the sun belt, so if you're gonna go straight solar, you'll have more than enough energy. You won't have to heat your home in the
And-
same way.
Also, all of your friends, if they come to South Africa, they'll probably be able to buy houses like in estates and stuff like that's very secure. Like
Literally.
you can like buy in an estate, like just.
And those are
straight
still like at most like 1.6 million.
up. Yeah.
Which is $100,000. And then you own the house, right? Like you're rent for 2 years or whatever, even less sometimes, and then you own the house. It's yours. So yeah, South Africa has a lot of potential. Uh, that's why we're here apparently.
Yeah, I just know the biggest point for them will probably be the whole safety thing. So that's why I said most of them in the States, like,
It's not that unsafe, bro.
yeah.
Again, if you look at our statistics, their crime statistics, and the number
Our
looks
personal
high.
statistics just suck.
Our personal statistics, yeah. Again, like despite being broken into, like they literally walked past Max.
Yeah.
They could have butchered him, but they don't. Sorry for saying shit like that. Alright? They don't. So like this I don't believe at least there is like an evil side to the crime in South Africa. It's a desperation thing, right?
Mm.
Where I think in America there is a lot of like evil side to like mass shootings and shit like that, bro. Like that just gives me way worse. Way
Space
worse.
case.
No, please. No, please, no. Love again. Buying 3 houses is a better investment than buying a projector. Weren't you saying that the tech changes so fast it'll be obsolete once your festival rolls? No, not the projector tech.
No, the
Yeah,
AI
the
tech.
AI tech is gonna be obsolete by the time the
Yeah,
festival
our
rolls
media
around.
generation methods.
Yeah, so that like what I was saying to you earlier, Joy Vive, is that I want to make more media for this festival, but I know now the media we can make for this festival, and I know it will be good enough for this festival, but I also haven't been paid for this festival. So I do not feel comfortable making more media for a festival I haven't been paid for. When I in some way know I'm gonna wanna make all of the media again when the better tools come out 2 months down the line. So that's where the patience topic came from.
If you get a good projector now, it'll stay a good projector for a very long time.
Like again, the
Because
projectors
8K
we've been using,
outputs-
those 8K projectors we've been using are like 2012's
Mm.
tech. So like they've been running for 12 years.
Well, what I mean is like we would buy like a 4K or an 8K.
Oh yeah, those are 4K.
output,
Those
like,
are 4K
resolution,
output. Resolution,
not
yeah.
lumens.
They
but
are
yeah.
4K.
So-
4K 50,000 lumens, bro. I want it so bad. I want it so bad that I will literally, if you point me in a direction when there's a room full of rich people, I will fucking barge into that room. I'll kick the fucking door down. I'll start screaming to get everybody's attention, and then I'll start walking up to person to person.
You get a 1% investment from 100 different people.
Boom. Oh. Boom. And then I have 100 people to pay back. Oh, that's where the fucking nightmare starts. But still-
smaller increments.
But I will. Show me that room full of rich people, please. Show me. I cannot fucking rich people start like. No, please don't tell them. Please don't tell them where we are. Keep this room safe secret. Tell me what that room is. Tell me. Tell me what that room is. I don't want it for patience. I'm pretty much the whole trip. I get it, bro. It's real.
You know what the funny part is? You've probably been in rooms like that before in your life without even knowing it.
No.
Like with rich people.
Mm-mm. Not the kind
Not
of rich.
not that. That's,
Not the kind of rich. I'm gonna.
no, but yeah.
Yeah, like I think the richest people I've really like been in contact with.
I'm talking
We're-
about more recently as well, like with the joint fractals.
They're
and that
maybe.
event.
Mm-mm.
There's a few people.
But still.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Mm-mm. No, like there's not many South Africans that have the kind of wealth that I'm talking about.
Yeah, like the kind of wealth where
We're like
the
spending.
price for the
Yeah.
projector is like giving a
Literally, yeah, that's the kind of wealth I'm looking for, right? Because there might be people that have like maybe an extra $150,000
Yeah.
in all of their accounts spread out, and that to us is like, holy shit, that's a lot of money. But I want again to talk to someone who can like spend that kind of money and not even think about it, like the kind of people that like seed fund billions of dollars into a company. Like, where's our billions of dollars? Come on, come
Put
on.
us on short time.
Come on, please. I'll patience, but billions of dollars, us too.
Put
We
us
can
on
do,
Shark Tank.
dude. If with $1 billion, we can build a company that would like
Literally
melt brains.
change the
dude.
world.
Well, it will change the world 100%. multiple times over. Imagine, dude. Imagine the amount of people I can employ. Imagine the amount of people that's gonna go out to festivals with projectors and PCs. Oh, the
Imagine
mission
just
we've been-
being able to use any tool without having to worry about pricing and how.
Worrying
how
about
much
it getting
that-
stolen, or even
Yeah.
worrying about the insurance, worrying about, bruh, patience. All patience, and then reality will literally change. We will manifest itself. Watch, it happens. It keeps happening. It won't stop happening. How long will it take us, John? My mind was instantly like, by the end of next year, oh, I'll have one.
What the projection?
I just have to walk into the right person, John.
Into the right room.
I have to walk into the
Stumble
right room.
somehow into that room.
And boom, it happens, dude. That's all it takes. I just,
You just
point
see-
me in the right direction.
Randomly at some random scene, Mel storms in with sunglasses, scarf, and boxers only, and there's just millionaires around.
Millionaires, you know, and I'll be like embarrassed because I just went swimming, and I'll be like, bro, I can't miss this opportunity. Stands in Speedo and talks to millionaires.
Speedo and scarf.
Speedo and
Sunglasses.
scarf. Yes, sir. Let me business talk you quickly. Let me quickly do your business talks. No, please. Finally got a moment to pop in and say hello, bless you. Patience is like bread, I say. I ran out of that yesterday. Joy, I agree with you about the houses, but that's not the new sparkly shiny object you want now. The houses are again like I'll literally, if I buy houses and if I make money buying houses, that is like directly exploiting humanity. Both on the level of I'm buying more property than I need to live in right now, which means I'm going to charge some other poor person a wage, a value amount for them to live there, right? And then again, there's all of the upkeep, there's all of the taxes, there's all of the paperwork, there's all of the skizzing your brain, worrying whether or not your tenant is taking care of your house, right? And that whole ownership fractal. I don't want any of that. That disgusts me. Just thinking about it.
10-foot pole.
I want to touch it with 10-foot pole, exactly. But the idea of having a tool that can make me, enable me to do beautiful things for the world, right? That is value creation. Not only for me, not only for my client, but also for every single person that will be in that vicinity getting to see the art that I'm making, right? Like they are different worlds. One is like exploit people, exploit assets that is, you know, like technically finite. I cannot make more houses. Technically, you can make more houses, but there's only so much surface area on the planet Earth, right? But I can make more media. I can make more and more and more of that. I just keep buying more SSDs. I'll do that. I'll build more homes for my media to live. Smaller houses. Joy Vive. Love is true. With that many lumens, you could heat the water of 10 water heaters as well. It's true. It is actually true. Like if you had to shine that 50,000 lumens on a spot, you would light that spot on fire. Which is also pretty cool. Love you, Loizana. It's nice having you here. Thank you for emojiing all of us. I really like the emoji you offered me. A little flower person sending love. I haven't gotten robbed since last time I got robbed. Yeah. Boom. That's logic right there. Logic you cannot argue with. Oh, I missed a lot. Were there more robberies? Yeah, there were. There was a lot more of good stuff as well, Heather. You know, like we got a bunch of gigs. I was allowed to map a festival and then to create the media and map a festival like last weekend, not this weekend, last weekend, the one that had passed. And there will be more. There will be more. And I did technically move here to do more of that. And getting robbed was just kind of like a transitionary experience, where it was like, are you sure you want to do this? The universe asks me, steals my shit. I lost $1,500 worth of stuff with all of the break-ins. It is still painful, but it didn't stop me from doing my work. It's not stopping me from doing my work now. It's not getting in my way. It's just more stuff to forget about, kind of like, you know. And I'm trying to, at least in my experience, embrace the things I want to remember more and more. You know what I'm saying? I want to create things that people want to remember more and more. That smells so good. This is some Blue Dream. It's a blueberry cross with, I think, UK cheese or something. There was an episode of Stargate where the team discovered an alien light that addicted people to it. Maybe you should rethink the expensive projector, Mel. Maybe I am thinking about it even harder now. Maybe people need to be addicted to some lights instead of some cocaine or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Maybe my light will be so addictive they won't want to go and find themselves in dark corners so they can snort white powders. I'm sorry, I'm being judgmental. And I am apologizing to that version of myself as well for apologizing for him, because that's a judgment. How about that? How about that for some brain melts? At least he's off. His electric unicycle can wait. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I can do more. I can do more with projectors than I can do with wheels right now. I can go further with wheels, but I want tools more. Ben Jr. is 2.5 now. Another one on the way. Bless you. He's getting a little chilly. He's getting little shillings. Yes. He's gonna get a little sibling. Bless him. You can buy property like that, grow your own food, and fuck off from society for the rest of my life. I do not want that. And I don't think you want that either. Oh, Mel, that's exactly what I want. Oh, yeah? Go and look up the Unabomber. Go and look up what he was living. You know, what life he was living. That life you just described was his life. And he literally wanted to murder civilization in that state, right? I don't think, and I'm sure there's some MK Ultra stuff there as well, which I would argue, but still, human beings were not meant to live that way, Dad. You will go insane and murder your family or something. And maybe, hopefully, or something, you know, just go crazy. But no, that's not the way. Nobody's gonna live that way. And even those that think they want to live that way might for a while, and then realize they were capping, and then come back to society again. And the society that I want to build will welcome you lovingly. Congrats, Brand. Celebrate. Bless. Doug, he's got a backpack, and he'll ride around in his EUC with his 100-pound projector on his back. Weirdly enough, Mojo, the fact that you say that, as soon as DuckDad said, at least he's not on the EUC fractal anymore, that is the first image my mind rendered. Is me with a computer and a projector strapped to my back on one wheel, pointing my consciousness forwards until I find myself where I was destined to be, you know, and then I project onto the surfaces they have. And then I strap those projector and computer parts back to my back, and then I lean away again from that experience. That is exactly what I was thinking about. And then I realized that the EUCs are not powerful enough for that yet. Just yet. I'll have to get like a machine. Maybe it'll have 2 wheels. Maybe it won't be a 1. It'll still be EUC shaped, but it'll have 2 wheels on the sides, so it can do more balancing. and it might be able to take more weight. But it will happen. I can do smaller projectors. I don't know if they'll be bright enough. That's going to be the true bottleneck, but I can do smaller projectors strapped in my back. If I sold my house, you could get a couple of those projectors. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to fight the bank for the money. That is bonkers. No politics. Absolutely not. It's gonna be a fight. Agreed, Genevieve. I think we just kind of like skimmed over that one. Dude, South Africa. Dude, South Africa is bought and paid for by Russia and China and doesn't even have a stable power grid. Are we really going to throw stones? No, I don't want to. I'm gonna heat my Dynavac. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get stoned instead of throw stones. Cable is here. Hey, bro. What did you think of that poetic riff? You approve? That is nice. Blue Dream. No? Yes. No. Blue cheese. Melt? How much will insurance be for that projector? I have not thought about it. But it's probably gonna be like $1,000 a month. Suddenly that $1,000 a month really got me. Yeah. But I might not. No, I probably would. I probably would need insurance on it. A tool that expensive. I don't think you want to take any chances. But again, you can ask $100 an hour for that thing to be turned on. Just for it to be turned on, not for it to have anything displayed while it's being turned on. So you can earn a month's worth of insurance in 10 hours using that tool. So it can be done. It shall be done. And the nice thing about this business plan I have as well, sure, I want one to have for our business, but it will get rented as well, right? And you can charge big monies to rent it out, kind of vibe. So it wouldn't just stand there and not earn money while it's not being used for what we're going to be using it for. I forgot. Yeah, I think it's better that way, Nancy. I think do not avert your gaze. If you see anything about the presidential debate, just look otherwise. It's the country of potential for the last 200 years. It's true. And it's gonna be the country of potential for the next 200 years as well, bro. And here we go. Doc, I don't think they're throwing stones. I wasn't trying to throw stones. I was just trying to invite friends into my home, which is South Africa. Right? There's a difference. It's not like, oh, there's something wrong with your house. It's burning. You need to get out of it. It's more like, you wanna come and stay over? You know, we cook, we dance, we play board games sometimes. We paint. We go music festival, we dance again. We paint with light. Right? We can do stuff like that here. And it's still, we are like a very low population. I think the entire country of South Africa has like 1/8 of the American population. Something like that. And our country is still massive. Like South Africa is big. Hey Google, can you show me the United States versus South Africa in scale? Here we go. So there is South Africa on top of the States. So it's not bigger than the States by any mean, but that is a massive country. It is enormous. There's a lot of beautiful places here as well. And again, you're talking about like the energy grid stability thing. We are living in the age where that's no longer a problem for us. Like, actually, for less than $10,000, you become your own energy producer. Decentralized energy producer. Like, we live in that age. So, anywhere in the world is going to be a good place to live. Anywhere. You just have to be willing to go through the discomfort of the move. And have the patience to, maybe as well. I see Shell is here with us. Hey, friend. It's nice having you. Okay. How high are your mortgages payments if you can pay $100,000 in 2 years? Yeah, I think Duck Dad might have the highest mortgage among us. There, they spread that 100,000 over 10 years or more. I wonder if the resale value is as ridiculous as in California. I wouldn't know. Now that I'm a parent, I have another one coming. Just happy to get some sleep. Most mortgages in the US are 30-year paybacks. Yeah, sleeping through the night, but not his mom. Bless her. Hopefully she gets some rest as well. Ben, is the 2.5-year-old sleeping through the night or no? Bless. You good? Hit up your boyfriend, Elon Musk. Yo, Duck Dad. Did I hit a note or something, bro? I feel some projection. Feeling some heavy projection right now. I did talk about projectors a lot today, so it does kind of seem, and I can be patient. So, you know what? I'll read your comment. Hit up your boyfriend, Elon Musk, or his cousin who just built a home in Colorado with an underwater hockey court. He's got stupid sport money. Go for it. Yeah, you know, it's easier because he's my boyfriend. So it would be like, you know, next best step. I can withhold sex. Why am I leaning into it as hard as I am? Please stop. Like, please let me move on. So since mom doesn't sleep, neither do I. I'm sorry, you're both not sleeping well. That is hard. I have massive respect for good fathers. Bless her. I'm going to look at Zillow houses in South Africa. I'm still trying to figure out how to be a good father. I'm a bad landlord though, because I don't charge rent when they can't pay rent. Bad landlord, maybe, but if you already own the house, maybe you're just a good person, dude. Like I had this moment yesterday. Maybe I'll just give you the thoughts, right? But the thoughts basically when I want to, with the way I am in the world, output a certain understanding, a certain trust, a certain confidence in every single person around me. That they can come up to me and ask me for something. And if I have the ability to give it to them, I will. Without fail. And I believe being that way, living that way, the universe will enable me to do things that only such a person would be capable of doing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Thank you for doing such things, Ben. You are loved, dear friend. Me too, Ben. But as little one gets older, they will tell you, but I know you are now. Love is true. Just what the world needs, more media. I mean, your mind has been very corrupted by what media means, but that is also not your fault, so I get it. It's a fractal thing. You hear, oh, the media, this, and that. But hey, Google, define media. Media means mass communication. The reason we are here right now, Doctor, is because of media. And it has been a form of mass communication. I get to communicate to multiple of us in this space collectively because of media, broadcasting, publishing, and the internet. Regarded collectively is media, the plural of medium. That's all we ever make, right? Is we try and communicate. And weirdly enough, I believe I excel at communicating directly to someone more than I excel at communicating to the mass. And in that way, I have realized that my way of communicating to multiple people at the same time is through using beauty, through using my art, is through using a storytelling device that is the pixel, right? I program pixels instead of programming computers. And in that way, I get to communicate with people like that. And if you don't think the world needs more of that, then to reference 2 days backstream, you don't know what you're talking about. But I'm only saying that because I know, because we're poking at each other today. Love is true. Doug is coming in with sharpened knives today. I'm getting cut, but I heal quickly at least. My regen factor is maximum. I'm sorry to hear of the unfortunate event, Mal. It's fine. It's so fine. You know, love is true. It goes on. The Unabomber was a mathematics professor, amongst other things. He was very intelligent. Y'all are precious. Love is true. Robot life is life too. Truth is always the stranger, but listen to the story with your heart and forehead. Consciousness. Coming from a person who can't find a home, Ben. Sounds like a great landlord to me. Me too, Heather. How much will insurance be? About $1,000. The Unabomber has nothing to do with homesteading. Yeah, but homesteading also has nothing to do with getting away from society. Alright, and the fact that you are connecting them is gonna Unabomber of you. That's why I'm making the connection. I'm not saying he is directly connected to homesteading, but the way that you are communicating it is kind of with that fractal. Like it stimulates that fractal of like, oh yes, a person who hates society so much they want to get away from it and then grow their own food and live in a hut somewhere. Who does that make me think of? Oh, the Unabomber. Alright, so in that way it has something to do with it for me. I like your sidestepping unnecessary conflict better. Maybe I'm getting better at it as well, bro. Kevo, hello. I was thinking of the epic D&D adventures we shared. I treasure those Arpan days, buddy. Bless. Dumbest argument I've ever heard for living in nature. Guess all those people in the Montanas are capping. No, I just know that they're not living out of society. Alright? That's the part that's capping. You're lying. You are lying. That's what capping means. It's lying. You are lying to both yourself and to the world if you believe you are living outside of society. If you're speaking English, if you can speak a language, you are an integral part of society. You cannot escape it. And it's stupid to me that people think they can. It's stupid to me that people think that they're gonna be happier if they do. Like that's kind of where my salt is coming from, if I'm gonna be pouring any. I got some blueberry ZKZ and it is amazing. Some absolutely choice buttage. I do wonder what the ZKZ means. Let's find out together, JB. Blueberry. ZKZ. Ooh, it's blueberry, skunk, and tangy. What is the Z? Oh, it's Skittles. That's why. It's a shortened form of Skittles. The ZKZ stands for Skittles. Blueberry Skittles. Nice. I can imagine that must taste quite primo. Bless you. I'm happy that you get to taste your bud as well. Sending your love and Jovi. But I've been working on my patience, buddy. It seems to be my weakest trait so far. Yeah, I think it might be mine as well. Actually, empathy, I think, is mine. I have a lot of compassion. Hey, Google, define compassion. Compassion, sympathetic pity, don't like that word, and concern for the suffering or misfortune of others. Yeah. Gang compassion, like it destroys my heart to like drive past people in like the blazing sunlight and they're walking next to the road. Like that destroys me. But empathy, define empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. It depends. It's almost like I have like data sets in my mind for what empathy is supposed to look like. It's like I don't have the ability to properly empathize, no, to empathize. So I have like models in my brain that I run. And unfortunately, when it comes to behaviors, I believe I have gotten over, right? I have gotten better than, like, I might understand your feeling. I might understand exactly how you're feeling, but I still don't agree with that feeling. And in that way, I am unable to empathize with you in that moment. And that for me is the thing that I need to get better at. That's what I need to get better at. Because I can be very patient in those moments. I can continue being extremely insensitive indefinitely with my patience. And I won't lose my cool. I'll be very, very firm and chill about how, no. Actually, no. Actually, that's not right. And you should know it. But love is true, right? I wouldn't know about these things if not for love. You wouldn't feel about these things if you didn't want to be more loved. We wouldn't be considering this topic and being here in this moment together if there was no love. So, thank you, friends, for the reminder. Heather, if you're in the US and live in KC, maybe it's a match made in heaven. I mean, when you live in KC, me too. How did we end up talking about Ted Kaczynski, the murdering misanthrope? Just the idea for some reason, right? Like he was very like anti-technology, anti-people, anti-society, to the point of wanting to murder them, right? Like literally. And I don't know, I feel like this mindset of wanting to get away from society is in and of itself self-defeating, right? Like, and I'm not saying you should be integrating into society and be a part of the nightlife every single night, you know, and like, go to the most popular thing that the society goes to every time. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you are an integral part to society. You as a person, the way you interact with people, every single person that you interact with, the way you interact with them, that is society. And if you have a problem with society, you need to look in the mirror. You need to look at yourself, because the problem isn't society. The problem is the way you see society and the way you want society to see you, right? And unfortunately, that's where the wheels fall off real quickly, because egos get involved. We want to be seen as more. We want to be seen as more important. higher status. We want to be valued higher when it comes to the amount of capital we can expect from the world. Like there's so many layers, especially with our current statistics of, not statistics, our current state of survival, you know, that get involved in this complex mess. Society isn't the problem, right? We have higher dimensional problems. Society is but like again, a reflection. It is a reflection. And if you don't like what you see in your reflection, it's not always easy to change it, right? When it comes to like physical appearance, not liking what you see in your reflection, I feel is again an emotional journey. You might not be able to change what you're seeing, but you can change how you see it.
I thought this was an orange, but I think it's a pomelo.
It's like a ripe fruit. I mean, I can try.
You wanna eat it?
No, that's an orange.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Now I've touched it. You know,
now you have to eat it.
I'm not eating an orange. I'm
You
sorry.
got an orange now.
I will
I will-
consume it.
Oh,
I mean, you can cut
I'll
that whole
finish
piece off.
peeling it for you.
No way, thank you.
And I'll
But
put
yeah.
it in a bouquet there.
But that is orange. I'm pretty sure. You have a boyfriend? Good for you, Mel. No. Duck Dad is trying to. What's the word? Is it belittle? No. Maybe like condescend by calling Elon Musk my boyfriend, because I don't want to just like from a standpoint demonize him and call him evil. Because again, I think it's more complex than that. It's not as simple. So yeah, I was just really leaning hard into it, maybe too hard, to the point that you thought I was being serious, I guess. I tried to walk the middle path, understanding something of the nature of suffering, helped me to find the dynamic qualities that enrich my life as I love. I think that might be one of the most beautiful sentences I've heard you say, Maula. Yeah. The nature of suffering helped me to find this dynamic quality. Your emotional interaction with this world. And again, I have tried to make it simple for myself and say love is true. That is what I'm supposed to be experiencing, because that is the truth. Anything that I am like filtering above that or below that, that takes away from that truth, isn't truth. It isn't the truth. It's me either lying to myself, being lied to, or somehow being involved with the lie, right? Wanting the lie to be light. Like there's layers like that as well. And lying to yourself kind of vibe. But you know it's a lie, but you want the lie to continue being lied because it's better that way for you in the moment. But eventually things have to change. Eventually the emotional, the empathetic, the compassionate part of the self, with the self, has to kick in, right? Because again, when you're looking at yourself in the mirror, it is kind of like an external entity you're looking at. You don't get to see yourself the way you are, ever. And I can record myself and watch myself back, but it won't be me. Not in the same way that I think I am right now. And I will be this thing, and this is where I'm trying to get at. This thing, this experiencer, whether I'm in a society or not. And whether I'm in a society or not isn't going to make this experience any easier. Isn't going to make it any clearer what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. Isn't going to make the ego fractal of how much importance I'm supposed to garner from the world any easier. It's not going to make the whole financial survival fractal any easier, right? It will just change the rules of the game you're choosing to play. And you can do that, but that seems like a lot of work for something that's really not that complicated, right? All we want is to be loved and to love, realistically. Thank you for saying yes, and to your boyfriend. Thank you, Shell. Thank you for appreciating it. Media, I'm grateful. Bless. The donkey in the background sounds hungry AF. He's just excited. Joy, in fact, Puppy Luna, just welcome for a walk. Thanks for asking. How's your summer been? Love. Yeehaw. Neighbors home. That's what camping means. Thank you. Yeah, it's lying. Perhaps that means off grid rather than outside of society. Yeah, and I don't think there's anything wrong with being off grid, right? Again, I actually really support and value independence in that way. Growing your own food, I really value and support that. Generating your own energy from your roof, I really value and support that. Capturing water from your roof and maybe like sourcing it locally, I really support that. What I don't support is this idea that we're supposed to, as individuals, decouple ourselves from society and everything that comes along with that, right? Because I think that is you robbing yourself of the human experience you're here to have. And not only robbing yourself of that experience, but selfishly robbing everyone else of the experience that is you. And some people love themselves more than others, and some people want to bring good experience into others' lives more than others. But I believe everyone has something of value to give. I do believe that. I've seen it with my own eyes. Right? So, and again, I'm saying that having seen some heinous shit. I've seen people do things that make me question whether or not I should be alive or not, whether I want to be here for this experience. And then still, that questioning, that reframing, that value adjustment in my own heart is the value I get to gain from seeing certain scuffed parts of society. Right? I really hope what I'm trying to say is coming through. Because I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to be serious. I really am. Oh, that's hit Heather. Things are going pretty damn good, Shell. Bless you, HIV. May they go even better. Language is weird. So many interpretations. One's perception is their reality. Yeah. It literally is. Empathy is like putting yourself in someone else's shoes. So yes, you have empathy for someone walking in the blazing sun while you're in your AC-cooled car driving. Maybe it is empathy. Maybe... Again, it's like selective empathy. Because of that, I see the blazing heat. I see a human person. I do not know where they're going, what their story is, what their name is even. But I know that they feel like me. And I know that that cannot feel good. And then I feel that not good with them. And I can. But then more complexity arises, right? And I feel like that's where it falls apart for me. As soon as more complexity arises and I understand more about decisions, that's the big one for me as well. I understand more about the decisions that a person has made, about their behavior day to day, about the way they do things. And then there is like a circumstance that I notice. Suddenly, it's almost like my empathy algorithms do not fit the mold, right? It's like they understand too much to empathize, and they criticize instead. And that's one of the things that I feel is like my biggest, like I need to work on that especially. That one is a big one for me because I can get very serious. Because again, it's like a trajectory thing for me, right? Like, and I really care about people. And if I watch you ruin your own life, I can either be like, oh, you're so great, you're so wonderful, as you're ruining your own life, or I can be like, hey, bro, this behavior will not lead you down a path you want to go. And it would hurt me to see you go down this path. Please stop. And unfortunately, I don't stop there. I'll say it again. I'll do it again. I don't mind social awkwardness. In fact, a part of me feels like I kind of thrive in it. Like there's a part of me that's almost like it gets in a groove, gets in a rhythm in the social awkwardness, and I can I could just go for the punches. The problem isn't society. The problem is the government. There we go. Regulation, taxes, costs. The people want to live off grid or anti society isn't to look better, it's to be controlled less. Yeah. Yeah. And I understand that. But again, if that is what you want, then moving off grid isn't gonna give you that. Moving to a different country may. But we already don't live in that world. Maybe you should have been born in the 1400s, if that is what you wanted. Because I believe there's a choice being made as souls, right? And this is again my own hippie woo-woo bias, and I get that. But I believe you as a soul chose to be here. I believe you are God, right? And I haven't said that quite as directly. And the fact that you're 11ing right now as I'm saying this, I believe you are God, like the actual God, right? And you're like, no, Melt, I couldn't be. Again, that God that I'm talking about is presence, is awareness, is the fact of existence. That to me is God. And you are that. You literally are that. And if you are that God, which is everything, you could be anything. And instead of anything, you are this. That which you are right now. When which you are right now. Here, which you are right now. Of all places you could have. And I'm like, but you chose to be here. Did you forget? Did you forget? Are we forgetting that we chose to be here? And did we forget that one of the prerequisites is patience? Patience in not knowing. Patience in waiting for things to get better. Patience in making things better, right? And the time that takes. Refinement. Refinement takes a lot of time. Being in this graphic design world now a little bit more fully as well, you realize how much refinement goes into everything you have ever seen in your life. Most of the things you have seen in your life, especially when it comes to like the corporate side, you know, and the bespoke media, the TV media. Because as a creative, as you're sitting behind that screen working, you do your work, and then you realize during the process of your work new skills, new ways of doing things, and then you go back and then you do that for the rest of your work. And then by the time you get to the end of your work, you've learned new skills and new ways of doing things. And you can technically indefinitely keep going through that cycle over and over again. And we are a species of cycles. We are a person of cycles. We go through cycles throughout our entire lives, right? And then we are impatient for these cycles. We're impatient for it to get on with it. And then by the time it is gotten on with, we wish our lives were our lives again. We wish we had all of that back. All of that stuff we wish we just get on with, we wish we had that back. Whew. And it's making me very fucking emotional right now. Patience and presence. That's my intentions. You helped me celebrate choice. You were so loved. And I'm so grateful. I'm gonna get emotional again. I'm so grateful to be able to love you. in this moment. If you didn't make the choice you did to continue living for as long as you have, this moment doesn't exist. It's very special, yo. Oh, that is helping. Like I'm getting a warm hug from Mary Jane, holding me to her chest. That looks juicy. The orange. It's a nice red one. Blood oranges. Okay. I'm grateful for an opportunity to have a better day than yesterday. I hope your day is incredible and fulfilling and overflowing with love. Bless you. May yours be beautiful as well. There was doubt about whether the round orange fruit is an orange. I mean, the grapefruits we have and the oranges we have, the blood oranges we have, look relatively aesthetically similar. And if you cut through them, they have the same inner color. So I can see how there's room for doubt. And John won't put his mouth on grapefruit's bitterness. And for me, it's like, pour it down my form. So yeah, he's gonna bring me orange. Thank you. Thank you. Like literally as I said thank you, I also registered that you said thank you, and thank you. Love is true. Hurrah us! Look at us! Another day. There's beautiful red lights shining on those mountains. I'm gonna show you while I read your comments a little bit more. Look at those red lights. Yes. Yes, have it reflect in your eyes, the last of my sunlight, as you start your day. My scarf has a woven pattern. It's white with white fluff ball fringe. Nice. Scarf buddies. Joba, did a message of yours disappear, or is your phone losing its mind? It disappeared. I disappeared it. I pressed send before finish writing and stopped the thought. And that happens. Love is true. Mal, that suddenly not fitting thing isn't something to work on, but getting serious or watching that response. Because that's your nervous system reality of its response. We have to story it from our heart. Then you're God. Maybe I'll get good enough, bro. Social awkwardness is my jam too, right? It's fun, bro. It's like, nobody knows what to say. Let me show them. Let me show them how to say. It's we got 1177 as well, bless. It's both. Apparently, phone just gave me low battery warning. The port is broken, so I can only charge wirelessly on this old thing. I have a phone like that too, Heather. That I can only charge wirelessly. I get it. I feel you on the selective empathy. It's like a drug addict living on the streets. Bad decisions led them there. But I can still say on a human level, nobody should be sleeping rough, no matter what. I completely agree with that. Right? And I feel like, again, it's like one of the arguments that they make a lot in America is that America is the richest nation in the world. Right? That they have more than enough money to make sure that housing isn't a problem, that food isn't a problem, that hygiene isn't a problem, that medicine isn't a problem, but they actively decide not to, right? And I can get, again, right, but that is not society. That's not the average person. That is a company, a corporation that we call government, that has a monopoly on violence, i.e., policing and the military, right? Like that's what a government is. And it's again something run by people. Something run by people. And enough of us are waking up now. And enough of us are being replaced in so many ways. Generational shifting. Can you imagine what the world's gonna look like 40 years from now? Like, I know we're not talking about politics, but both of your presidents are older than 70 years old. By the time I'm older than 70, 50 years have passed. 50 years have passed. Thinking about our leading structures 50 years from now boggles my mind. Because I know the world we're going to find ourselves within is going to be so vastly different. And again, I feel like it's going to be a thing where the individual person will become so intelligent that they won't have to be governed in the same way anymore. Right? Like, I feel government was, still is, a symptom of human stupidity. Maybe that's a hot take, but I believe that government and religion as well arose to help the common denominator, the layman, the uneducated masses, right? To steer us in a direction. Transcended. We have transcended the that way what to think. We have transcended that while at the same time integrating that into our technology. Being told what to think. And the next step of our technology, I believe people are gonna kind of get fed up. Some people are still gonna want to be told, right? That part of society won't go away. But there's gonna be a subset of society of people that are gonna start thinking for themselves. Are gonna start having novel ideas about how they can solve problems in their world, for their societies, for their communities, for their families, for themselves. And we'll have access to the tools. I know, and I have been so loud about my want of tools in this space. And some of them I have acquired, some of them I've lost, some of them I will still find in the future. And I'm gonna use my tools to build a world where others will have access to these tools too. By August, I want to have at least 5 students that I'm going to teach how to do the stuff we're doing right now. And if only those 5 students, are equipped with those skills and start thinking in that way about the world, I cannot even fathom the amount of difference that will make going into the future. Like, it is wild. It is actually wild how powerful we are right now with media. Being able to mass communicate. And I'm listening to birds. And I'm listening to the cars kind of like rushing past on the roads past me. And I'm listening from a perspective of what is the universe trying to communicate to me? What is the mass trying to communicate to me? Kind of sounds like the ocean, in a way. If I dissociate hard enough, it's kind of like crashing waves. tranquility is being communicated. I like that. By the way, happy Pride Day. Happy Pride Day, dear friends. Bless you. Giving love versus feeling empathy. Yeah. That's the way that I try to do it, at least. Bless. Gotta go smoke some weed and mow some weeds. Love you all. Amazing bumping into all of you today. Sunday fun day. Bless, Ben. Thank you for joining us for as long as you have. It was a genuine pleasure having your energy here with us. I am going to pull you friends a card, and then we're gonna say goodbye. The sun has set. My day is over. It's up to you, friends, to go and make the world a better place. To practice patience with yourself. To practice patience with other people. To practice patience with our society. And understand that as you practice this patience, you will be allowed more presence. And presence is the thing you want. Presence, at least in my mind, is that experience where you are so taken by life that you do not want your attention scattered in that moment. Right? That's presence. Having that presence. Those meaningful moments. Garden of the Light. We got some cactuses. We got some beautiful flowers. We got some dragon and dragon fruit. A garden of delights. Surprises is the core meaning of this card. I think if you're patient, you'll be surprised. Right? Right? Eventually you'll be surprised if you're patient. I think so. The geometry of this card is a dodecahedron, nested within a star tetrahedron. We might say this is a vehicle of heaven, a place to play with magic and delight. Joyfully enter this garden of delights. Didn't we pull a garden card recently as well? It wasn't this card, but it felt, wasn't it like yesterday? Joyfully enter this garden of delights. Take pleasure in the beauty of this glorious night-blooming cactus and its large white flowers, commonly called pitaya, moonflower, or queen of the night. The exotic fruit of this nocturnal delight is known as the dragon fruit. It is sweet, juicy, crisp, and gorgeous. What a surprise to find a playful, happy dragon inhabiting the garden. This card suggests that you envision your life as a garden of delights and look forward to surprises. You never know when enchantment, amusement, and revelation will astonish and amaze you, but you look for it everywhere. I'm not gonna cry, it's beautiful, but I'm gonna cry. Appreciate and savor the arrival of something unexpected. Laugh with this little dragon and enjoy the awe and wonder he imparts. See surprises as marvelous gifts. Yeah, what a card. Your new scarf is so nice. I know it's hard for you to throw out your old tattered ones, so I was thinking you could cut a square from each of them to keep to eventually stitch together for a new one. I consulted, and my schisms didn't like the idea of throwing any of my scarves away. Because whoever's gonna help me stitch them together is gonna want more to work with, so I might as well keep the whole things. Wow, glad I stuck around. Thank you. I'm happy that you did, bro. These card pulls have been very, like, on the money for me at least. I feel very seen by them. Alright. Should we give you some of that last good? Yeah. I'm extending your legs. Go gadget extendo leggers. Look at you. You are cyborg. Now you have more leg. I was reading your loving comments over there while vaping some bud. We got an OG Shan message. One with patience in mind. Thank you, Ja. I appreciate you sending them so much. You don't need to help to stick them together. You're only sewing one square to another. Then, over time, like many years, you'll have a new scarf made of old memories. You might be an old man when it's finally finished. That is kind of nice, I guess. I don't know if the sunset is as good as it could be. Is there removing it to make it better? I don't know. Alright. Bring it to friends. Back inside. Ish. There we go. I guess I added the patience part. It's a Joe Sham Shabam. A Joe Sham Shabam. I like that. That's awesome. Have the most beautifulest day, everyone. I wholeheartedly love you all so very superously, duperously, immensely, intensely, staggeringly, stupendously, jumbly, whoppingly, vastly, dearly beloved, decently, debonairly diverse, Meltmore, and all of you, oh so very wonderfully, warmly, whimsically, wholesomely, earnestly, earthly, effervescently, luxuriously, terrifically, tender-heartedly, gorgeously, radiantly, refugently, magically magical, absolutely adored, divine, humanimal friends, finding power in your time of patience. Thank you, Jean. I appreciate it so much. Love is true. Mel, a couple of weeks ago you were playing drums and singing. And it was so good I asked you if it was a real African song or if you were just making it up. And you said you were making it up. I forgot to write down the date. Do you know if it would have been on a Sunday? Do you tend to play drum on Sunday? I wish I could give you more clarity. And I haven't been as consistent with it as I wish I was. But I remember that day, and I remember fondly thinking about that as like a compliment of you being like, "Whoa, that sounded so good. Sounded like a real thing." I was like, "No, just freestyling, letting it flow." And it's hard getting in that state, so I'm happy that it got captured at least, even though I don't know. Eventually, you'll be able to ask an AI model. I'm sorry. I'm not meta melt just yet. I don't have meta melt living on my shoulder right now. Wait a minute, weren't you and John gonna play for us today? Maybe you can tomorrow. Maybe we can. I mean, I don't know if you'd be opposed to it. Well, maybe tomorrow. Love is true. I thank you for joining me today. I love you so much. I had a great deal of fun, and I look forward to doing it again with your friends tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.